Hi everyone, my name is Ashley with Clover Fashion Knits, and I am back for episode 6 of my podcast. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning back, thank you as well. On this channel, I do talk about everything wonderful regarding knit and crochet. Actually, on today's episode, I'm going to share with you all some wonderful crochet patterns that I found that I think would be great for summer. But if that's some of your hobbies or things that you enjoy, or you just want to learn about the wonderful world of knit and crocheting, I know you will love this channel. So I do want to start this episode by addressing the elephant in the room on if I fix my Monday sweater or not. On my last episode, I shared or I had finished my petite knit Monday sweater, and I had run into an oopsie with my right cuff, ended up being shorter than my left cuff. So I did end up fixing my cuff. Only thing, fixing that cuff was definitely as hard or not as harder than I thought it was going to be. This cuff has an Italian bind off on it. Okay, so here's my word of advice. If you have any garment or anything that you make with an Italian bind off, before you do the bind off, I would highly recommend that you try on your project to make sure you are really satisfied, because if you have like come into the dilemma that I came into where you want to fix it, it is difficult. So now, how did I fix my cuff? First thing I tried to do was cut like the Italian bind off and try to unravel the yarn from there. Do not do that because it didn't work for me. Horrible decision to try that. But the next thing I did was cut in the middle of my cuff and I started unraveling the yarn from there, and that ended up working. Was it still difficult to do it that way? Yes, it was, but I'm glad that it worked, and I'm glad that I ended up fixing the cuff because I'm so satisfied with the look of my sweater now. Like in the last episode, I shared like how I was scared to fix it, but I'm so glad that I did. I will put a video up here so you all can see the finished sweater. I'm so happy with how it looks. Now, the rating of this pattern on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like absolutely amazing. For me personally, this pattern is honestly a 10. Let me tell you all why. This pattern really truly is great for a beginner. I just hate I didn't like make this sweater sooner in my knitting like journey, because I think I've been knitting for 10 years or longer. I don't even know how long at this point, but I wish I would have made this pattern sooner, just because this pattern teaches you a lot of wonderful like great techniques for garment making that you can apply and use and other things that you want to make. Another thing I love about this pattern is when you purchase this pattern, techniques that are required in the sweater, there are videos that show you how to do the technique. So if you're a visual learner like I am, the pattern also helps with that too. So it's really such a great pattern, and I think I've shared this before. Looking at petite knits patterns, they were very intimidating to me because her work looks like you can buy it at a store. And in my mind, I'm just thinking, if her like garments look like that, it must be very difficult. Like her patterns are super difficult. Don't let that intimidate you. It's not difficult at all. And just overall like look of the sweater, I love the look of the sweater, and I'm so glad that I now get to add this to my collection. Maybe when my sweater gets done drying, I can wear it in my next episode. But such a wonderful pattern. And now I'm going to tell you all these wonderful crochet patterns that I found. Most of them were on Ravelry, but I think these are going to be great for the summertime. Now, this first pattern that I found, and this is exactly why I have to stay off the internet, especially when it comes to like the knit and crocheting side, because I end up wanting to make so much other stuff. Now, this sweater that I found was on the podcast from Stingy Elizabeth. I will drop her episode down below so you can check out the episode where it shows this beautiful sweater. Also, if you see me all looking down, I'm looking at the notes that I wrote down for this episode, but the podcaster is Stingy Elizabeth, and this beautiful sweater that she had on is the Crochet Rosemarie sweater by Kuzia Knit. Such an adorable design. I will put a picture up here so you all can see. This pattern is $10 US. Now, the reason why I included a sweater on a crochet summer knit pattern list is, now it depends on where you live, but you may still be able to wear a sweater during summertime. But the reason why I included this pattern is because I've seen people make this sweater into a short sleeve. So that's another thing. Like, I love a pattern that allows you to have versatility. Like, who doesn't love a pattern that allows you to kind of like change it to short sleeve, long sleeve? And then plus there is a heart design on the pattern and it has openings, so that means you'll have breathing room, you know, and breathing air coming into your sweater, so it'll be great for summertime. Now, I don't know, on my last episode I shared like the things that I want to make for 2025. There was no crochet on that list. Now the question is, am I going to make this sweater? I don't know. I would love to make this, but if I'm not able to make this in 2025, I will add this crochet sweater on my 2026 list. I don't know, you all, is it just me, or have you all also started working on like your 2026 list of things you want to make? Because I definitely have. And now the next patterns I'm going to share are baby blankets, because I know people are having baby showers and having babies at this time of year. So here are some gift ideas that I want to share. So the first pattern that I found is a free pattern, and who does not love a free pattern? Because when I first started crocheting, I knew nothing like about paying for patterns, because I learned how to crochet from YouTube, and so I just knew about free patterns. But this pattern is by Daisy Farms Craft, and this pattern is so adorable. I'm gonna put a picture up here, but this is called Crochet Colorful Crayons Blanket. Wonderful, adorable. Like, I love that with this pattern you're able to be versatile with the colors that you want to choose. And this also is a lightweight blanket, because this pattern you use light number 3 yarn and use a 5mm hook, so it shouldn't take you long. And I think this pattern will be great for a mid beginner. And the next pattern that I found, now this one is $4.50 US dollars. This is by Debbie Field. I'll put a picture up here for this pattern too, but it is the Polka Dot Dreams blanket. So stunning. When I saw this picture of this pattern, it is so stunning. And I love like this pattern. It's going to allow you to also be versatile with the colors that you choose. This yarn, let me see, this yarn, I think you use, yes, this pattern you use DK weight yarn. So that's usually like a number 2 yarn, but you use a 4mm hook for this yarn. I think, or for this pattern, you use a 4mm hook for this pattern. But I think this pattern would be great for a beginner, because the look of this pattern, it looks like you use, or you make rather, granny squares, and then you make your granny squares and sew them together to make the blanket. Now, I don't know about you all, but when I started crocheting, I was like the granny square queen. I loved making granny squares just simply because they're easy to make. And I'm going to show you all another like baby gift idea that I would make. I used to love making these, but this is like a baby toy idea. I can't remember the real name of what this is called, but basically you make your granny square. So you make your granny square, and you can use any granny square pattern that you have, and you literally crochet whichever animal that you want, and you attach the head of the animal onto your granny square. But this is a great pattern whether you are a beginner or if you just want to de-stash some yarn. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and I've made quite a few of these. This is an elephant. I also have made like teddy bears, but this is another just great baby gift idea. Oh, let me show you all the full thing so you all can see. And I also will try to put a picture up here of this when you lay it out so you all can see it flat. But really great idea, and it doesn't take long, and it's really cute. And I think this would be another great baby gift idea for someone, or if someone's having a baby shower, you can give them this because it's really cute, and you could be super versatile with your colors as well. So I would love making those. Like when I started crocheting, I loved making baby blankets, and I used to love making these. I need to like really start back crocheting because I fell off of crocheting. Like last year I made baby blankets for my nephew, but other than that I hadn't crocheted in a really long time. But those are some great ideas and baby blanket patterns that I think would be really cute for the summertime. Now the next thing that I found, this is a really cute summer cover up. Let me make sure this is the correct pattern. Yeah, this is called Summer Loving Cover Up by Jennifer Renaud. Now I'm going to put a picture up here as well. This cover up is great. Now I have thought about making a crochet cover up, because last year I was supposed to go to the beach and I ended up buying like a swimsuit cover up from Amazon. And as I am looking at this cover up, I'm like, I can definitely make this. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like when you see something like at the store that's like knit or crochet, do you ever just think in your mind, I could totally make that? Because I do that all the time. And I was like, I'm buying this off of Amazon, but I know I can make this swimsuit cover up myself. This is a really cute pattern. This pattern is also $6 US. And this pattern, it looks like they use the brand, it's Lion brand, their LB collection. It's their bamboo and linen yarn, and that's like a sport weight yarn. So this pattern also should not take you long as well. I'm not sure if this is like an intermediate level pattern, but I'm not sure, but great pattern. I think it's really cute. And then the last one that I found, this last pattern is a tank top, and I have actually made the person who's made this pattern their other designs. They make wonderful crochet designs, but it is called the Breezy Days Daisy Tank, and this is by Stephanie Jessica Law. Put a picture up here so you all can see. Isn't that so cute? Like, I love that with this pattern you're also able to be versatile with the colors that you want to make as well. And it looks like from this pattern, I'm not sure if you're making granny squares as well. I'm not sure of how you make this pattern, but I think it's really cute. And on this pattern, it is used with worsted weight yarn, which is wonderful because anybody knows, if you ever crochet, especially if you're a beginner, you love a project that asks for worsted weight yarn because it doesn't take long. That's why so many like beginner crochet patterns usually have like worsted weight yarn, so you can feel like you accomplished something a lot quicker than using any other yarn. But this pattern is also $6 US as well, and it's a great pattern. I think this will be a great, I think as a beginner, I definitely think this would be great. And if you want a tank top for the summer, make this pattern because I think it is really cute. So those are the summer crochet patterns that I found. So I'll have to see, like I said, if I can squeeze in maybe the crochet Rosemarie sweater, because I love that, and I just think I think it's so beautiful. But I'll see if I can get to. Next thing I'm going to show you all is yarn that I have received in the mail this week. I have been waiting to show you all this yarn. When I tell you I was so excited when this yarn came in the mail. This yarn came from Knitting for Olives, but this yarn is from my Northern Augustins No. 6 sweater. I'll put a picture up here so you all can see, but this sweater pattern is by Anna Sophia Vellum. I have talked so much about this pattern, but this is going to be my 2025 Christmas sweater that I plan on wearing all the way for the whole month of December. But I cannot wait to start on this sweater. Now, when the yarn came in the mail, of course, I was like, I can't wait to start on this. I'm going to start on this now. And then I remembered that I have the Salty Air Tee by Samantha Guerin that I need to start on. So I did start working on that tee. So far, the pattern is amazing. There's not much for me to show you all yet because I literally have just finished the cuff of the tee. But so far, it looks great. But once I get further into making that tee, I will show you all that as well. But my Northern Augustins No. 6 sweater, can't wait to start on that. I will have to see if I want to start on 2 huge projects at the same time, because on my last episode, I think that was, I shared how I really do not like working on 2 huge projects at the same time, but I really want to start on both. So I may just take a leap of faith and actually start on 2 huge projects. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm sure if I start on 2 huge projects in the middle of me making that tee and that sweater, I'm going to be like, why did you do this to yourself? Because I'm probably going to get overwhelmed, but I have to see. Now, the first color I'm going to show you all, this is their color Snowflake. This is their merino. I've never bought Knitting for Olives merino, but just from the feel of it, it feels really soft, and I can't wait to start on this. But this is also their merino color Snowflake. So these 2 colors, I'm going to pair this together because this is going to be the white strip of my candy cane. And then the next color that I bought, this is their color Pomegranate. This color is so beautiful to me. with their pomegranate mohair, and this is going to be the red strip of my candy cane. Now, when I was shopping for on There for Olive's website, I really wanted their red currant color, but they were sadly out, so I went for pomegranate. Now, as I'm on their website, I'm looking at the pomegranate mohair, and I'm like, I think this may be too light for what I'm going for with my red candy cane strip. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it anyway and see how it looks. Well, when it came in the mail, it definitely was too light. So that's what I can say about Knitting for Olives. Like, the colors of the yarn that you see on the website are pretty accurate, just from my experience, because I know like some other places you'll see the yarn on the website and it's either way darker or way lighter than on the internet. But so far, Knitting for Olive's colors are pretty accurate, which I do love. But so the red currant, what I end up doing, since red currant was out, like I said, I ended up buying their pomegranate color. With the mohair, I ended up ordering a darker mohair from It's Drop Kid Silk, and it is their hot red mohair, which looks a lot closer to this pomegranate color. I'm very excited to be able to purchase the Drop Kid Silk mohair, because I've been wanting to try that mohair. Never tried it before, so I'm very excited for that. Now, the next color that I ended up buying was their blue whale color. I think this is so beautiful too, with their blue whale mohair. This is gonna go together. So on my sweater, there is like a heart motif, so I'm gonna use that for my hearts on my sweater. And then the next color that I ended up buying was their ice blue merino with their ice blue mohair. I'm gonna hold this together because there is some like light blue sections on this sweater, and that's where it's gonna go. And then the next color that I ended up getting, I think this color is so beautiful too. This is their bottle green. If you all know anything about me, I love green, and I think this color is so beautiful. This is their bottle green mohair as well. I'm gonna hold this together to make my Christmas trees on my motif. And then the last color that I bought, this is gonna be for the body of my sweater. This is their color, Pearl Gray. I think this is beautiful, and this is going to be held together with their limestone mohair. And I have used this color mohair in other projects. When I showed the mittens, the Talika mittens that I made for my sister, I used that limestone mohair in that project, and I had like 3 balls of mohair left over of that limestone color. So I was like, this would be perfect for me to use it in my Northern Augustin No. 6 sweater. So that's my color combination. And I will put a picture up here so you all can see the color combination, because that's where I got the inspiration from. I saw somebody on Ravelry use that color inspiration. So I think it's going to be really, really, really cute. And I can't wait to start on that sweater. And then the next yarn that came in the mail for me, because on last episode I shared how I wanted to make a tank top. It's my Palm Springs tank by Knit California. I'll put a picture up here so you all can see. But this yarn came in the mail from Knit Picks. Such adorable, wonderful, cute color. This yarn feels really comfortable, and it is in the name because it's their comfy fingering weight yarn. I've never ordered this before. But when I pulled it out of the bag, I was like, this is actually really comfortable, and the name goes perfect with the yarn. But this is their color, Marlin, and there's like 218 yards in this ball of yarn, and that's like 50 grams. And I cannot wait to make this for my tank top, because I feel like it's going to be a really comfortable tank top, and I love this color. And actually the price of this yarn was really, really great. I think, if I can remember, this may have been like, I think it was $6.29 US dollars, because they did have this on sale. So you cannot beat that. So it's like, when do I now start on my tank top? So I have so much yarn to use and projects that I want to start on. So like I said, you all, I may just take that leap of faith and have 2 huge projects going at the same time. I'll have to see, because I really want to start on my Christmas sweater. And actually, I do need to really start on my Christmas sweater, because right now it is May. Yeah, it's May 2nd. So I have like, what is it, 6 months? Is that right? 6 months till December. So I really do need to get started on my Christmas sweater, because I share with you all how I like procrastinate on my knitting. So I actually do need to go ahead and get started on my Christmas sweater. So that may just encourage me to have like 2 projects going at the same time. I don't know. I'll see. Get to the end of this episode. If you have stayed this long to hear me ramble on and on about patterns and things that I want to make, thank you. And if you enjoyed this video, you can give me a like or a subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.